What's up, Transformers fans? Mondo the Dadbottomus Prime here, back with another Moonbase 84 transmission. So as you all know, it's the holiday season and Christmas is just around the corner, and just like everybody else, I'm still doing my holiday shopping. And while trying to come up with gifts for Aatron, I thought to myself, hey, Aatron's a big Soundwave fan, and I want to pick him up that Earthspark Deluxe Soundwave. I knew he's been out for a while and he was kind of hard to get, being an Earthspark figure, a line that's pretty much dead in the water, and retailers not really stocking him so much, at least in my area. I never saw an Earthspark Deluxe Soundwave. So I figured I'd have to pay a little bit more than the retail price. And I was thinking like maybe, $50. And then I went to eBay, and I was floored. After seeing the aftermarket, well, let's call it what it is, it's outright scalping prices of the Earthspark Soundwave, I almost had to take another dose of my blood pressure medicine because they are absolutely insane and ridiculous. So in this video, we're going to take a look at the disgusting eBay listings and asking prices for the Earthspark Soundwave. We're going to start things off with some eBay listings that are up right now and current as of this recording. Here we have two listings, one for $160 and free shipping and one for $175 and $6 shipping. It just blows my mind they're asking that much for Earthspark Soundwave. Now, from what I've seen of the actual figure, it is a really nice figure, but I can no way see how it's worth those prices. Here's a current auction going on. It's up to $93 with 33 bids with 4 days left and $8 shipping. I think I'm going to keep track of that one because it'd be interesting to see what it ultimately sells for. Okay, let's check a few more current listings out. Let's see. Here's another auction, but this time for a pre-owned figure, up to $31 with 2 bids with 6 days left and $8 shipping. This is another one I'm going to keep track of, I think, because when I was looking up these prices, I didn't see a lot of pre-owned figures. Almost all of them are new, so it'd be interesting to see what a pre-owned one sells for. Here are a couple of auctions from Australia, currently at $101.67 plus shipping, plus additional import fees, which the fees are probably calculated after you win. So if you were to win this auction and you lived in America like me, you are going to probably pay out the nose when all is said and done. Not to say that these other prices aren't paying out the nose, but you're probably really going to pay out the nose. Speaking of paying out the nose, here's a buy it now for $250. But at least they were kind enough to offer free delivery. But we're not done yet. Check this out. $550. Oh my God, absolutely ridiculous. And $10 shipping. They won't even give you free delivery on this one. You could buy 2 Titans for that price and maybe have a little bit of money left over. You could buy a HasLab Star Saber and have money towards a Deathsaurus HasLab. On those aftermarket prices. Utterly ridiculous. I'm going to move on to what these Soundwaves actually sold for on eBay in a minute, but I wanted to share one more current listing, and you better sit down for this one. If you thought a $550 asking price was the pinnacle of insanity, check this one out. That's right, folks. You can get yourself a pre-owned Earthspark Deluxe Class Soundwave for $1,000. Yes, that is not a typo. $1,000 for a pre-owned Earthspark Soundwave. So if you want, go ahead and sell your Unicron so you can get yourself this beautiful Soundwave. Totally unbelievable. I, for one, if I had just $1,000 laying around that I didn't need, It wouldn't be to buy an Earthspark Soundwave, no matter how good the figure is. If I had that to buy Transformers with just laying around, I'd be picking up some vintage stuff, you know, to add to my G1 collection. Just 1,000, it blows my mind, man. Now, of course, those listings are just that, just listings. They could be there for those prices forever and no one actually buys them. Especially, I hope nobody buys the $1,000 pre-owned Soundwave. We're not here to tell you what to spend your money on or judge you for how you spend your money, but I think most of us could agree that that is just stupid. It's ridiculous. But anyway, those are ones that might sit there and hopefully sit there for a long time. Especially the $1,000, $500, and even the $250 one. But what about ones that actually sold? Let's take a look at a few Soundwaves that actually sold on eBay and check out what they went for. So once again, here are two sold Soundwaves from Australia. One was an auction for $104 plus 26 shipping plus the additional import fees. And to buy it now for $66, which sounds good, but 66 shipping and additional import fees. So we don't know what the import fees were, but I bet it wasn't cheap. Here's another one from Australia, $145, 16 shipping plus the import fees. So you're probably talking closer to $200 than $150 for sure, especially after tax. That's another thing. Taxes are included in these sold listings. Here we have one sold from the US, sold on December 6th, $170 plus free delivery. Here we have a couple that were both sold on December 7th. One is an auction from Australia, 14 bids, $85, 33 shipping, and the additional import fees. And then the next one in the US, $150, $7 shipping. Still crazy. And we'll finish with the most recent sold Soundwave at the time of this recording, sold on December 8th. Another pre-owned, which is surprising. I thought I only noticed one pre-owned, but I've shown three in this video. Pre-owned $129 plus almost $6 shipping in the US. So as of right now, if you wanted to pick yourself up an Earthspark Deluxe Soundwave, you could expect to pay around $150, I guess, to give it kind of an average, which is way too high in my book. As I said, we here at Moonbase 84 aren't here to tell you how to spend your money or what to spend your money on. It's your money. It's none of our business. But like, if you put it in the context of our reviews, we just show the figure and give you our opinion, what we think of it, so you can make a decision yourself. Same with if you chose to pay these prices with for this deluxe class Soundwave. Me personally, I think it's outrageous. I hope that a lot of you do as well. Even like at what they seem to be selling for price is outrageous in my opinion. But to each their own. As for how people feel about scalpers, I know a lot of people do not like scalpers, myself included. I can understand, you get yourself like a hard to get current figure and you want to make a little money on it, and that's all fine and good. Like I said, when I went into this, because shame on me, I wasn't paying attention to how hot the Earthspark Soundwave actually was. I expected to pay like $50, and even though that was a little high, I was comfortable for me to spend that money for a nice Soundwave for Tron to add to his collection. So bump it up a little bit, but what these people are asking for is, it gets sometimes borderline disgusting, and I feel bad for the people who actually have the FOMO and pay those prices. Now, I have heard the people from Hasbro, when they do their Pulse live streams and stuff like that and interviews, say that they do pay attention to these eBay prices, and that helps them decide what they will consider for a reissue. So I'm hoping they see this and they reissue this Soundwave, because he is a cool figure, and not only did I want to get it for AAtron, I want to get it for my collection because I love Soundwave as well. I'm hoping they see this and kind of fast track and get another run out of these figures, even if it's in different packaging. Maybe the new Cyber Changers line, that might be a candidate to get this Soundwave out again. That would be really cool. To me, these crazy eBay prices for this Deluxe Earthspark Soundwave proves one thing: TV and movies had it wrong. Love is not the most powerful force. FOMO is. And I will say that I'm not immune to FOMO itself. I spent quite a bit on the hard to get Earthrise, Skywarp, and Thundercracker 2-pack that I couldn't get a hold of, the aftermarket price. So I'm not immune. But for me, it just depends, to each their own. But I don't know, for this Soundwave, like I said, by all accounts and appearances, it looks like a great figure. But for being that modern for that Soundwave, I just don't see myself ever paying that price. So again, I hope a reissue is fast tracked by Hasbro. So that'll wrap up the video. Comment and let me know your thoughts. Would you pay the what these people are asking for an Earthspark Soundwave? What do you think about scalpers that go too far with their asking prices? And as for me, I am actually working on my definitive thoughts on the Earthspark series, now that supposedly they said that those two specials were the series finale. So I'm hoping to get that out this week, time permitting. And I guess that'll totally do it. And until next time, thanks for docking.